Hi, welcome to Silent Life with Carissa. Today, you guys, I will be pickling okra. Oh, I am so excited. Y'all just don't know. I've been waiting for a whole solid year to pickle some okra. Now, I know you guys are saying, well, you know, you could have gotten okra at the grocery store. Well, I ain't want the okra from the grocery store. I wanted okra from my garden, you guys. That just defeats the whole purpose. And so I'm really excited to go ahead and do this. And it looks like I'm going to be doing a lot of pickling all week because that okra is just really growing now. And so I'm having to go out there and harvest basically every single day on the okras. And so everything that I will be pickling, added to the jar rather, is fresh out of the garden. I got my okra, as you see. I got my fresh dill, and I also got my fresh garlic, you guys. I'm using two garlic cloves. The only thing that's not out of my garden, y'all, is the salt, the vinegar, and the water. That's the only thing that's not in not in the garden. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. I'm using 1 tablespoon of salt. I'm using 1-to-1 ratio of water and vinegar. And so I'm going to go ahead and pour the water into the vinegar. But I want to show you guys how this is looking. Hopefully you can see it. This okra just looks so good, you guys, and it's tender. And so I'm going to go ahead and pour the water into the vinegar. And then I will bring this to a boil. I'm going to bring it to a boil. And then once I bring it to a boil, I'm going to cut it off, cut the stove off, and then let it cool off, because we don't want our brine. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually making a brine, okay? And then I'm going to pour the salt in here as well. And so I'm making a brine for the pickling. Now, I could have used like this other seasoning, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to add too much seasoning to it because I think the dill and the garlic is well enough. But if you decide that you're interested in pickling, you can add anything into the fold of the ingredients or what have you. I just choose not. I don't want hot peppers in my pickle, my pickling, my okra. I didn't want anything hot in it. I just don't like that taste together. I like for my hot stuff to be separate, okay? And so I'm gonna let this boil, and then we're gonna come back on camera, and then we're gonna add the brine. First, we can go ahead and do this now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my okra into the jar. And so what I'm going to do is put the smaller ones to the bottom, because that is going to fill up the bottom of this, so that we won't have too much opening in the little areas down here at the bottom. So I just pick the smaller ones out and just place them at the bottom first. And so we can try to fill this in as much as possible. And if it means that we have to kind of squeeze, kind of like really force it in there without breaking the okra, then we'll do that, and that kind of make it seal a little bit tighter. And that's what we want to go. We want to make sure that we don't have air in the container. Let's see. And then I'm going to cut my garlic up as well. I'm just going to slice it in 4s. I have one that's larger, one small and one larger. And I'm just going to place garlic down and put some dill in here as well. Kind of make sure we mix all these flavors in real good. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to wrap my teeth around this okra, you guys. All right, you guys, I am stuffing this thing down as much as possible where there isn't really a lot of air in the jar. And I think I did a pretty good job, you guys. I think I did a really good job in making sure that there isn't not a lot of air, a lot of spaces within the jar itself. And so I want to make sure that I'm able to close the jar. And so I was able to close the jar, you guys. Ooh, that looks so good. Ooh, it looks so good. And so right now, I'm going to turn the brine off because I brought it to a boil. And so I'm going to turn it off and let it cool off really good. And then we're going to come back and we're going to add the brine. And then we're going to sit it in the refrigerator and let it sit there for about maybe good 2-3 weeks. I hope I can hold out, but at least I'm going to let it sit in the refrigerator for at least 3 weeks, okay? And so that would have kind of got all the juices flowing in the okra or what have you. All right, so I'll be back in a few minutes. I would say that it's going to take at least maybe 20 minutes for the brine to cool off. I'm not going to put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to let it go, bring it itself to a room temperature or what have you, and just let it cool off that way. All right, y'all, the brine is ready, y'all. It's ready. Okay, I didn't get a chance to tell you guys about the jar. The jars I got from Target, and they are the ball, and it's 4 to 16 ounces that you can store. And the jar is, I don't know if you guys could see this, but let me just pull one out because you might not be able to see it in this one. So the jar is like I call it like it's like a pinkish, maybe a dark, like a dusty pink or what have you. And the jar is just really pretty, you guys, and it's by balls, and it's supposed to be their, it says Collections Edition 1923 to 1933, and so don't know what that means, so maybe I need to kind of go and research that as well. But it was just such a nice little elegant jar, you guys, and I got it at Target. Now if you don't have a Target in your area, just kind of look it up, ball, you know, what did I say? Limited edition, what did I say? Collector's edition. It's not limited edition, it's collections edition. And so these were just really pretty. I didn't want to get the normal mason jars that you see, you know, when you are pickling or when you are doing your storing or what have you. And so I am going to go ahead and pour the brine into the jar. Now, I may not be able to get all of it in here, but just enough in here to make sure that it's filled. Not quite, well, I'm gonna fill it to the rim. I can go ahead and fill it to the rim. Ooh, Lord, I smell that garlic, you guys. It smells really good. And I don't know why it seems as if garlic out of your garden is a little bit stronger than the garlic that you get out of the store. But it smells so good, y'all. And so I'm going to put a little bit more, just a little bit more. And I got this much left, y'all. I know it's a waste, but it's okay. I don't have anything else to pickle, so if I did, then it wouldn't have been a waste. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the little top on. Well, maybe I think I can fill it a little bit. I'm going to fill it all the way up because I want all of it to get in there. I want all the flavors and the juices to get in there all the way up at the top, y'all. Okay. And so this is just it. That's all, y'all. It don't take that much. You got simple ingredients. I think you got the main thing that you're trying to pickle, the seasoning that you're trying to use, vinegar and water and salt, and that's it. That's it. Some people now I know you can get like, there is a pickling season that you can use, and I've actually had a hard time trying to find it, and really it doesn't matter to me at this point, because I'm just a simple person. I'm going to use other things to season the pickling of the okra and also the jalapeno peppers as well. Now I have a video out there already on pickling jalapeno peppers, and the ingredients are pretty much the same. Now let me just say this too: if you do not want to spend your money to go buy jars, you don't have to spend your money to buy jars. Let me show you. I use this jar, y'all. This was, what was this? Let me see. Let me put my glasses on, y'all. This was a fruit jar where I think it was grapefruits in here, and it was just the perfect jar. It was just the perfect jar, you guys, the perfect jar. And so if you don't want to go out and spend your money on buying jars like this, I just went ahead and did it because this was the first. But I'll use this jar right here, and I am going to use it again because this is what I use to put my jalapeno peppers in, and I thought it was just such a very cute jar. And so I will use this jar again for my pickling. So don't feel like you got to go out there and spend your money on buying some jars, okay? Alright, so this is it for the video. And so like I said, I'm going to probably let this sit for about 3 weeks, you guys, and I may just let it sit. I might just let it sit longer than that, and you know, because I know the longer it sits, the better the juices are going to flow into the okra. Okay, until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video, and I think that is about it. I will post according to this jar right here, and again, as you can see, there was still a lot left over. Now what's interesting is you're going to do half and half. And so because to this jar right here, this is a 4 to 16 ounce jar, and so I will probably post the ingredients, which is really, if you can see this, you guys, this is half of the brine, but you have to make sure that you are stuffing your okra in the way I did, because I was able to get all of the okra in, and I don't know how many it was, but I was able to fit it real tight. If you're able to fit it real tight, that's going to determine how much brine you're going to need into your jar. That's what's going to determine. This was really stuffed all the way around, as you can see. It was stuffed all the way around, you guys. And so I only needed to add just half, actually one cup. When you really think about it, it's 1 cup. So we're going to say, I'm going to say a half a cup of water and a half a cup of vinegar, because this came out to be 1 cup, maybe just a tad under 1 cup, but you'll be safe to do half and half, okay? And so I will put the instructions, the ingredients at the end of the video. Okay, all right, I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.